Many people know this feeling, how it is when the manifestation doesn't work out as you wanted to or not at the time that you wanted to. And it feels pretty frustrating, right? It can feel pretty disappointing. But in this video, I will explain how to accelerate that and the importance of patience and trust to really manifest what you want. Okay? Now let me explain. So at the start, there's like your starting point, right? But you want to have another reality. You want to be in the long term kind of like somewhere else, right? At a different reality. So there's like your end goal or your manifestation where you're already this person. But between this, between of where you are and where you want to be, there is probably a resistance. This is the reason why you still haven't manifested it. Okay? And the more complex the goal, the more resistance there is. For example, if you go to the supermarket, you don't need really to manifest or visualize something. You just buy what you want, right? You just go to the supermarket, you buy an apple. Okay, so this is already in your reality. So there's doesn't need to be done anything, right? So the more complex the goal, if you need to learn a lot of skills or if it's really far away from your reality, the longer it can take. And the thing is, our subconscious can be very, very complex and unpredictable, especially in the beginning, because we know not that much about it. Even later, you can never know for sure everything. Okay? And this is the one reason why the trust is so important. That you understand that if you trust, with time, you will overcome this resistance. And why does patience play such a role? Well, the thing is that, look, if you now look at this picture that I show you, the bigger your goal is, the more you need to create a new identity. You need to change more beliefs, right? And create a completely new identity. The more complex the goal, the longer it can take, right? So to come from A to B, basically. This is the reason why it takes time at all, is because your subconscious simply needs to proceed it. So it's not really time. It's just your subconscious needs this repetition and intensity and needs to release certain things from the past. So things from the past needs to be released. At the same time, a structure in your mind needs to be built. It's like clothes for your personality, new clothes. You want a new life, so you need a new clothes in form of new identity, right? You need new clothes form a new identity of who you are, of who you will be, right? And new beliefs about yourself and the world, how you see the world. Your dream ideal self, your ideal self probably sees the world different than how you see the world now. At least when you are at the beginning now and you want to be at the end goal. Maybe you're also already somewhere in between, right? So why does it now play patience a huge role? So many people, we don't see just all of that with the subconscious, how complex it can be, right? I just try to explain to you so you that understand what is actually happening, right, inside of you. So what is happening and why it can take time. Even though I don't like the word time that much. So that means, but if you have patience and trust, now here's the difference that happens. If you act out of impatience and you try to release all of that, what you do is creating actually the opposite, right? Why? Because you're acting out of lack. So if you act out of lack, like something is lacking, then you're subconsciously act in a way like you don't have it, like you go away from this reality, right? It's law of attraction. If you act like you crave it, then you actually go further away. If you act like you already have it, then you come closer to this reality. You act in abundance, or at least from a place of neutrality, right? So if you can realize whether you still have impatience, be it in little things, in getting little things or about the big things, and you can consciously just accept it. You experience it consciously rather than trying to put it away or giving into that. Then you will start to accept it, and then you start to act out of abundance, or at least neutrality, where now you can have this trust that the things will come sooner or later, right? I mean, if you don't know when it comes, why not at least having trust that it comes anyway? Because at the end, you don't know anyway. Why not feeling good rather than feeling bad, right? Why not feeling good and acting out of abundance, what increases your chance, right, to manifest, rather than not doing it? And here's the thing. Now, when you have patience, you have this trust that sooner or later it will happen. Now you can use what I showed you about the picture, okay? And that means you can practice. You can practice to accelerate this process, to practice to release more, and to create new beliefs. Okay, I will link you one link, by the way, one YouTube video how you can change your beliefs completely and be aligned with your ideal self. Okay. So what is now the difference if you do it out of patience? Because you don't do it out of lack. If you would try to accelerate it and do faster, but out of impatience, you create the opposite reality. In reality, you move away from this reality because you have a feeling of lack, of not being good enough or something like that, of something is missing out. You're missing out on something. And that creates the opposite in reality. But if you focus on the process out of feeling of patience and trust, the opposite happens. Things start to align. You start to see evidence that you go in the right direction. Okay? And then you get better and better. And this is the difference. Basically, when you trust that sooner or later it will happen, but you can't know for sure when, right? No one can know for sure when. So I hope this video helped you, and comment below what was your lesson, or what do you want to see next time maybe, okay? So that I can give it to you. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.